Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's normal.
Everything's fine. All right, carry on.
Anyway, sorry for the delay. Appreciate your patience. Let's get back at it. So last week we had a laugh at Malcolm Nance with his. Oh, hold on. I don't even have you up yet. There we go. Malcolm Nance with his AK, claiming to have gone to Ukraine to fight, and foolishly thinking apparently that he's just in his backyard putting on a show. Well, fact check, false. Malcolm Nance, he is back on CNN to tell us all. He is indeed fighting on the front lines in Ukraine, and Ukraine is very lucky to have his combat leadership, he says.
Among this multinational group of about 20,000 fighters is former U.S. Naval Intel officer and former national security analyst Malcolm Nance.
It's really not a question of NATO that they attacked for. It's a question of democracy. And so when the invasion happened and my friends were calling me and saying they were going to die because of the intensity of the attacks, I wasn't just going to sit on television anymore, give my opinion, point to dots on the map. They made a call for people with skill, with combat experience, and I answered that call. Well, I'm glad that I can help spread the message. I'm going to go back to the front with that. Slava Ukraini.
When he
agonizing.
When he referenced combat experience, I was curious because I know he claims to be a naval intel officer, and I know he's been on MSNBC for a long time. So what combat experience is he talking about? Well, according to Wikipedia, he, quote, took part in combat operations that occurred after the 1983 Beirut barracks bombings, was, quote, peripherally involved in the 1986 U.S. bombing of Libya. He was on the USS Wainwright during Operation Praying Mantis, and he was aboard during the sinking of the Iranian missile boat Joshan. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. And he served on the USS Tripoli during the Gulf War as well as assisted in a Bosnia airstrike. Now, if Malcolm Nance is actually in Ukraine, it sounds like his peripheral involvement in the combat is hard at work yet again. You'll notice on the CNN graphic, let me grab it here. The CNN graphic, he's Skyping in from Western Ukraine.
Really? And, what's going on in Western Ukraine? Pray tell, is it nothing?
He's heading straight off to the front from Western Ukraine. Now, I'm not an expert on the war or Ukrainian geography for that matter, but I can tell that Russian forces are not in Western Ukraine. This according to the Institute for the Study of War as of April 20th. Maybe I missed something over the weekend, though. Maybe Russian paratroopers dropped into this Western Ukrainian city where he assuredly is, and definitely not in his backyard through this whole stunt. Anyway, we will monitor the combat operations of Malcolm Nance as they develop.